Welcome to Nice Girls Don't Win. I am your host, Parvati Shallow.
Okay, and I'm Amy Bean.
And today we are finally doing a show that is just us, just for you. Oh, because we love each other and we love you and we want you to get to know us a little bit better. And also, Amy and I have a big debrief to catch up on because this was our first weekend that we've spent apart. Month.
I'm like, wow, hanging out with her. I've missed her. You don't realize just the human connection that you get with a bestie. Like
A bestie that was like a soulmate just planted in your life. We met 1 year ago, but it feels like we've known each other for
our
our
whole lives.
entire lives.
Feels like we grew up together. Okay, so today I want to find out all the things on Parvati, how she grew up, like who she was as a kid. I mean, I found a lot of this stuff out on the road trip, but I think there's so many more questions I want to get to know you on. And then I've also sent out like a thing on Instagram for questions for you guys to. So I think in like 20 minutes we'll check in on that.
And see what you want to know about us too. But I also have questions for you, Amy, because I don't know if you know this about Amy yet. I mean, you've been following along on the podcast with us for a while, so you've gotten a sense of who she is and how she operates. But Amy is she's the most impressive worker, achiever, mom, friend, person that I've ever met. She's able to, you have this really incredible skill of showing up with this extreme warmth and
Aw,
presence, even when you have so many demands on you constantly with your 3 kids and the multiple jobs that you're juggling and your husband. But you always show up as such a good friend.
I appreciate
And
that.
anytime I'm calling her with a meltdown, which is pretty constantly,
No.
she's always there for me.
But
And it's so nice.
I'll talk about it because I am a very in the moment, like my tunnel vision. And I have, I make lists and I have to check them off. So when I'm on that one, section for my list, or if I'm in that moment, or if I'm talking to you, I'm very present. But then I want to get back to what I'm doing and then I'll be in that moment.
I find that so impressive. And I've had to really work hard on being able to compartmentalize and work and navigate life like that. Cause it's hard not to let the stress or whatever the chaos is that you're dealing with seep into whatever it is that you're doing. I especially struggle with that with my kid,
Mm.
like the emotional intensity of my child. And
It's
it's a
hard.
lot.
I know. I always try to redirect my brain because I will, if something bothers me and I'm letting it bother me for too long, I start to like my energy is affecting other people. And I hate that. I am like, I feed off energy. So when people bring me bad energy, I start to be bad, and I'm like, I don't like that feeling. So I'm really good at training myself to just say, let's think about something you love. Like, even if it's something fun, like, pickleball or something ridiculous that's going to really change my thought process. Like if my kids are bothering me, I'm like, let me change their mindset too, right? Distraction. It helps.
Distraction,
Yeah.
yeah, and redirection. It sounds like what you do is if you're ruminating or obsessing on something or something's making you feel bad or draining your energy, you can notice that.
hmm
How do you notice it? Do you notice it by your body sensations or you feel frustrated or
don't feel happy.
you're snappy?
Yeah.
I saw you snap a couple times on the
Did
road
you?
trip,
I
but
get
then
annoyed quickly.
you recover fast.
Yes, and I know that about my fuse is so short. And again, I'm like a baby. You can distract me and then I'm like, "Ah, okay, good." Or I'm like I'm really, I feel things so intensely. I'm a reactor, and as soon as I react, it's off of me and I feel better. And I know it's not great because my husband's like, "Well, now you just put it on me." And I'm like, "Okay, I that's something I'd like to work on." I think
Okay.
is not reacting and then feeling better for myself, but realizing that like, oh, I might be putting that now that I've said this thing that was annoying me, I've put it on somebody else, but I'm okay. So I need to be better at
Oh, you haven't done that to me. So I guess thanks, Nick, for taking that.
No.
But I get it. I'm friends with Adam Grant, who is a Wharton professor, and he's written some books. And one of his books that he's written is called Give and Take. And it's about people, he categorizes people as givers and takers. And then there's another category of people who are more reciprocal people. So this is sort of how
Interesting.
people operate in life. And I have learned over the course of my life that typically givers sort of magnetize takers into their lives
Wow.
until they're aware of it, because givers feel very comfortable in the role of being the giver, the one who's like always, helping other people or
Yeah.
showing up for them or pleasing them. But then the takers, their mode is they're the receivers. So they're constantly the ones who are like asking for more, needing more, taking more.
Oh,
So for me, I am a giver. So I now know that I need to be in relationship with other
givers.
givers. I've made this very clear. This is a very specific and conscious choice, and it has completely changed my life, that I only do relationships with other givers. I only work with other givers. I only have friendships with
Smart.
other givers
That's what I
and
need to do.
intimate relationships with other givers, like only givers
Yeah.
involved in my life.
So what's a benefit of a taker? Like,
It's just that it's kind of a natural, organic program that happens. Givers and takers just sort of
oh,
naturally gravitate towards one another because they're sort of the opposite ends of the magnet, and they
interesting.
fulfill the need that the other person
Yeah, I hate
has.
takers.
Well, you'll know if you have takers in your life because you feel drained after you spend time with them.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I try to weed like I've realized like the older I get, I used to be such an extrovert and I feel like I'm more introverted now and I'm very like my time is so limited that I really want it to be with people that bring out the best in me. They say you are like the what is it?
The
Like
5 people you spend the most time with.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait, we did this on the road
Yeah, oh,
trip.
this is fun.
Let's do it for them.
Okay, all right. So we did this thing where it's like write down the 5 qualities
No,
of
the 5 best friends, or the 5 people you spend the most time with in your life. Okay, the 5 people you spend the most time with. So think about those 5 people in your life.
yep.
And you said, do you want to say who you chose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So who I'm with all the time, which is like Nick, my husband, you, my mom. I talk to my mom all the time. I'm not with her, but I talk to her 4 times a day. My best friend Kelly, who I talk to all the time. And there's like a split between a bunch of other people, but I think it was my neighbor Norma, who I love,
Cutie, Norma. We know her. Yeah, we love her.
Yeah. And so
And
what
then
you
you say the
do,
top 3 qualities of these people,
yeah.
right?
We did 5 because
Oh,
we
we
had a
did
long
5
time,
of each
but we
person.
can do 3 here.
Okay.
So for my mom, I think that she is witty, um, empathetic, funny, and reliable, and heartwarming. And then my husband, he is hot, hardworking, trustworthy, and oh, those are I'm just gonna do 3.
You're
Sorry,
gonna
I'm
do
like
3,
really
yeah.
excited about this. I love this game so much. You are oh my gosh, there's like someone I just looked at her and I'm like, oh, she's like doe-eyed and exciting, um, funny, and magical. Okay, there's 4. And then Kelly, she's feminine, she's a mom, she's witty, she's badass. And then Norma, she's hardworking. So a lot of my people I think like are funny and hardworking, and I like that about people and magical,
And
like
hot.
and hot. Yeah, I like hot. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, for you.
Okay, and
So
so that means those 5 qualities that you chose from these people, is those are the qualities that you are activating in yourself as well. So the process of this game, I think, is really fun because you just described all the things that you admire and love in yourself
okay.
too, and the parts of you that you want to grow and
Yes.
that you are growing by being around these people.
Yes, I love laughing. I wouldn't say that I'm funny, but I like to laugh.
You're so funny.
I think it's medicine for people,
It is
So being around
medicine.
people that bring out joy is free medicine for me. So I like being around that.
I will tell you, I don't think I've ever been as joyful in my life as I was this past weekend at the drag brunches. I
I
have.
want to hear. Wait, I want to hear all about it. And
Speaking
she
of
has some
joy.
fun knickknacks that she brought back, but I do want to hear about your 5 people in your life.
Oh, I don't want to name the 5 people. Wow.
Okay, well, guess what?
Some things I have to keep private, I'm learning
Okay, well,
as a public figure.
but I am going to do some rapid fire questions at the end of this because there are some things that we want to know. And so you can answer them or not, but
Okay.
I want to see how you answer them.
Okay, why am I so nervous all of a sudden? Oh my God.
It's so fun. Okay, tell me all about this weekend because
Okay.
anytime you'd post, I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm so jealous. This is like I need to be there." You look like
I wish you would have come
oh,
because I know you were in mom purgatory this weekend when Nick was away on his golf trip.
I know. I was like, "I can do this. 3 kids, 2 babies, and no one in sight except me helping
Amy,
them with everything."
Amy's Instagram posts were the exact opposite of mine. I'm like, I was twerking with drag queens dressed like Jeff Probst, and Amy
With like
was on the ground melting with a baby's butt on her face.
Cameron's going through something where she's my 2-year-old and she is now not wanting to nap. She when she doesn't want something, she's learned how to say I don't like it. And so she doesn't want clothes on, she doesn't want to eat, she doesn't want to only wants to watch movies. I mean, there's certain things that I just can't get her to do. And so I'm like, fuck it. I'm not going to fight her on everything. Like just
You
watch a
can't
movie.
have a power struggle with a toddler. It's such a bad idea. I learned this from like when you become a mom and you're just desperate for support. So I follow all these parenting experts on
Me too.
Instagram and they're like, do not go toe to toe with a toddler in a
No.
power struggle.
She
You'll lose every time.
yeah.
And even if you win, you feel like an asshole because you just beat a 2-year-old.
She
Like,
can't comprehend it, and I'm like the towel, I didn't realize is such a big deal after the shower. She likes the towel wrapped around her without it being tucked in like, there's a certain way, so then she gets mad, no diaper. It's impossible. I'm
I
like,
know. And you
"Okay,
feel like a
she's gonna
failure.
pee on the couch."
Yeah,
Well,
fine.
fine.
Fine. My daughter never wore clothes. She didn't wear clothes for the longest time. Also, I'm like, I love that. I'm like, be free, be
I
yourself.
wanna
Like, go get
normalize
after it.
like, I feel like I'm trying to keep up with, like, the schedules and the meals and eating all the perfect well-balanced meal. Like, I am not that mom. I want to be so bad, but because I'm just trying to keep up with these 3 young kids, I feel like I'm failing, but I know I'm not. I'm letting they're happy, right? They're happy, but I'm not hitting the goals I wanna hit as a mom, and that stresses me out a lot.
Okay, well, this is one thing that I took away from the parenting experts is it's about quality time, not quantity time.
Okay.
So, as a working mom,
Yeah.
especially, I think this is the most important thing. They were like, if you can do 20 minutes a day of just
Oh,
uninterrupted
you've said
quality
this.
time with your
Yes.
kid, like success. And also, it's about like the child's happiness is dependent on the mother's happiness.
Right.
Because what we don't realize, what we can't see is that the kid's nervous system is your nervous
I
system.
know.
Like there isn't a separation between the nervous systems
Right.
and their brains aren't like, they have no boundaries.
I've recognized this. Like, I feel like during the week, I'm really good at my work life and then being present with them that 20 minutes at the end of the day. We do like an hour, and it's really fun. Phones are down, we're wrestling, we're on the ground. But this weekend, it was just me. And so I was like, they had way more than 20 minutes of just me
Mhm.
time. And I'm like popping a wine cooler or whatever. What is it? Of
It's
high noon at 3
grueling.
p.m. I'm like, oh my God. When is it time? When
This
is
is why
bedtime?
moms are microdosing mushrooms. Like you gotta do what you gotta do to
I
be
need
in a good headspace and protect
happy.
your mental health.
Yes.
Because what people like, it is so hard being a single mom,
Yeah.
and you felt that this
Yeah.
weekend.
Solo parenting, cleaning. I mean, I
No, you
have a
just
little bit of
gotta
my
let it.
husband's gene in me because he's like put it on me. He's like, make sure the dishes are done after they. And so I'm like, there's dishes, like there's like toys out. And I'm like, you know what, Amy? Do it at bedtime. Like, don't get in your head about it. Where's this microdosing when I need I didn't have anything.
My house is a complete like chaos zone when my daughter's here. It's full disaster area. And I'm like, okay, this is what it is.
Ah,
Like
okay.
I'll just go into my room and close the door. But then she wants me to sleep with her at night. Okay, we could go on and on about that. Maybe we should do a full parenting
We will.
episode.
I think we should with an
Okay, we
expert because
will.
I need a little help.
Because I got to talk to you about this drag weekend.
Okay,
Because
tell me
it
all
was
about it. Yeah, you
so
did not have speaking of no kids, you
okay.
were
No
out
good.
there.
Yeah, it was so much fun. It felt like therapeutic, cathartic, healing for me. There were drag queens dressed as Sandra, Boston Rob, Jeff Probst. I mean, me as my appearance on Traders.
I
Me, I was
know.
like Rupert was.
Hot, by
It
the
was
way.
so funny.
Gorgeous. Like I was like, damn, look at them outdoing you.
They were
Their
out.
makeup.
These queens were fully outdoing me. Like when I talk about brilliant superstars, they were flying across the stage, gliding, twerking. Like,
This was their
oh,
calling. I can see it. I mean, it might be your calling too. You
I
are
think
you are
that's their
so fun.
calling.
What is it like backstage? Like, do you get ready there? I need to know all the little details.
Okay, that was my favorite part because
What?
I love RuPaul's Drag Race. I love the behind the scenes of these drag performers because I will tell you, like, I was talking to some people afterwards and they were like, "Oh, like what are like the drag queens like what why is it such a big deal?" And I'm like, "Excuse me.
Who said that?
Excuse me, why is it such a big deal? These people have been perfecting their performing capabilities since they were children.
Oh,
Not only do they create their whole performance, they put their music together. They pulled sound bites and clips from Traders, from
real
Survivor, from the
artists.
shows. They wove that into a dance routine. They also did their costumes. They sew their own costumes. One of the performers, her name's Luna Muse, and she does Me. And this one was in Minneapolis. The third and fourth drag shows that I did in a row with this beautiful queen who made two immunity idols from Heroes versus Villains, did that whole scene where I'm like, it would be downright depressing to watch green bananas turn yellow. And I
What?
pull out the immunity idols. She pulls them out on stage. She made them out of Crayola foam. They looked exactly like
Oh my
the immunity
god.
idols from the game. And I am in awe of these performers. They do their whole makeup, their glam. One of them, her name's Aranya, and she was dressed as Sandra. And like the the dance skills of this performer, I'm like, my mind was blown. She was doing backflips on the stage. She left in the middle. She did her performance. She left to go do a play and then came back
Damn. The
for the
work
second
that they
show.
put into this is unmatched.
And
I
they're
think
doing it in like 4-inch platforms,
wow. They
heels.
must love it. I mean, I would love it too, but I'm like, are they tired? No, they're having fun.
I mean, they must be tired, but then they go off and do another performance later in that night. The ones that I was hanging out with in Chicago, a lot of them were going to do more performances that night. So this is like they are the hardest working
Yeah.
people and they're so much fun. They were so down to earth, so fun to hang with in the dressing room. One of them named Jaden was a RuPaul's Drag Race season 6 or 7 winner, was there in Minneapolis, dressed as Cerie. Like it was so funny and so fun. And then before that, I did a whole meet and greet with fans. So there were like hundreds of fans lined up taking pictures and like telling me how much they love me. And then some fans made memorabilia. I'm sorry, I just got to show you guys. It's a Jeff
Ooh,
Probst
wow.
Saint Jeff candle and
And you
Mother Parvati.
we need to light it. Let's light them.
Let's light these
These are
candles.
so rad. All right, Jeff, here you
We
are.
are healing the world, bringing people together, showing up in love. And you know what? There's a lot of kind of like not great stuff going on in the world of drag and politics right now. So I am so happy to be a vocal supporter and just like really shining a light on this because
Good.
it's so much fun.
Scary.
It's all about having a good time, being joyful, being playful, and like working hard to perfect a craft that is really, really hard work. So I was just
But the most entertaining, I'm not kidding. I would live to be there. I like, are you doing more of these? I feel like you
I
have a couple
have
more.
another one
Yes.
coming up in Phoenix, and I have just found my true calling because I
I
love
could
to
do that one.
dance.
I can go to
Come
Phoenix.
to
Yeah,
Phoenix.
that's a quick flight.
That's a dinner. Derek's going too. Oh,
Okay,
right.
good. Okay, good.
We'll do our podcast from the road. We'll interview
Yeah.
the queens.
Yes.
We'll get some backstage footage.
Oh my god, please.
Yeah.
Okay, I let's talk about your outfits really quick because I saw your sparkly, really beautiful nylons that you had. Your boots are unbelievable. Headbands, of course. Tell me like inspo behind all this. And
Okay.
how did you do it?
I was so busy before I
I know.
left.
I know. I don't I was like, aren't you going to get your outfits? And you just hadn't
I
done it
couldn't
yet.
do it. I had no time to do this. I don't even know. My week was outrageous the week before. So I just flew to Chicago with one outfit.
I would be fucking dying. Like this is what you prepare for. It's like the makeup, the hair, the outfits. Like That is the job. That is the job requirement.
It is the job. I'm fully aware of what the job is. Okay, Amy, don't remind me. I was so
No,
stressed.
you looked smoking hot. Though, I mean, I'm not kidding you. Like you sparkle.
Well,
Thank
this
God.
is what I am very grateful for the life that I have lived before this point in time because I didn't know what I was saying yes to. I just said yes because I love drag and I love dancing. And so I was like, yeah, I'll do these jobs. And Carolyn had done it and Phaedra had done it. So I talked to them beforehand and they were like, oh, yeah, you should go do this. It's really fun. So, but I didn't know like, am I supposed to be dancing? Am I like dressing in drag?
Am
What
I
am
just
I
sitting in
doing?
my chair, like getting fanned?
No one gave me any heads up of what
Just
would
have
be
fun.
required. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to bring, I have one outfit, but my friend Suzanne, who lives in Chicago, came and picked me up from the airport. And we are besties too. And I debriefed her on everything that's going on in my life, of course, on the way to her house. And then she's like, well, where are your outfits? And I showed her my one outfit. And she's like, where's the rest of them?
I love Suzanne.
And I was
She is
like,
also on top of it, by the way. That's what I love about her.
I don't have any more. And she's like,
And
that's
Parvati is like such a style icon, which is so crazy. But that just shows you how busy you have been because this I know it's been a priority for you.
yes, and I've been so excited about it. I
Ugh,
wanted to like do pole dancing classes before. I
I
wanted to get myself
know.
geared up for this. I just haven't been able to shove it in my schedule. So she is like, okay, come to my closet. And she hooks me up with these Versace silk
So
shorts, this like swingy, sparkly backless top,
hot.
and like another top
Crop
that's
top.
like a croppy, kind of balloony croppy. And I'm like, okay, now I'm ready. I had my boots from my appearance on Traitors season 3, where I marched in with Kate Chastain for the
Sparkly whites.
challenge. And then I had my pearly headband from Traitors 2. And I was like, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And I felt like I
You
brought
owned
it.
it. You owned it up there. We practiced a little bit like at the little spooky cabin and we were a couple drinks in and she was so fun.
Well,
I'm like,
I
if you
like
can,
ripped my top off and I showed.
oh, you have to do that. Did you? Showed some
No,
titties?
I didn't
No?
flash the crowd.
Oh, God. All right, maybe in Arizona, Phoenix.
Get
When is this?
ready.
Phoenix, what's
Phoenix,
the date?
May 22nd, I think. It's a
Okay.
Thursday. Yeah. And then we're going to Joshua Tree after that with for my mom's birthday.
Oh, magical.
And Rachel, Apostle, and Suzanne. So we're having like a family trip right up. It's been back to back to back. Anyway, so this is what I was gonna say.
Okay.
What really supported me in my drag experience this weekend was I have been practicing not needing to know in advance.
Okay.
Like, I don't need to know in advance what I'm stepping into. All I need to know is like I've got the outfits.
Yeah.
I'm ready and I am going to have fun. So
Right.
this is all I'm focusing on. I'm prioritizing like I'm so excited to meet all these
Make
fans
it what
that
it
were
is.
so jazzed
Aw.
cuz it's fun.
They are pumped to see you get down and have a good time at this drag brunch.
And
Like,
then I just let it go. I'm like, I don't need to know what I'm saying. I don't need to know what I'm
the
doing.
vibe is there.
The
Like,
vibe was there.
I
And
know.
all the drag
Ugh.
performers, because they put so much effort and attention and thought into their performances, I'm just like, I'm here to help them shine.
Yeah.
That's my job. And then so many Jeff Probst.
I know. So many. They're so funny, by the way. The long shorts.
Oh my God. And people like the fans coming out in like full Jeff t-shirts with his face and crying. They were so happy. It was
Aw.
really cute to see just like all these people coming out who are, and I can't even tell you, Amy, how many times I heard, Parvati, I'm just so grateful to you because you were my queer awakening. Men and women alike telling me this. And I was like, this warms my heart. I love
mean, you
that.
like okay, remember back in our day we used to put like the Backstreet Boys or whoever, like Britney
Yeah, I
Spears
had
on our
Kim Basinger on
yeah,
my wall.
see?
Is that weird? From
No,
Batman.
there it is.
I was in love with her.
But I'm saying this is you now. Like you
Yeah.
are people's like because I don't know that there were posters of you, were there?
Oh,
On
well,
on their walls, but they were able to watch you on their TVs and rewind and go back and watch you again and again and again. And so yeah, you are that version like from when we were young.
it's also really like the girls, I get it because they're like, oh, I realized I was a lesbian because I was attracted
Sick.
to you. But the boys that came up to me and they were like, yeah, I sat my girlfriend down one day and I was like, you got to see Parvati. This is her lore. This is who she is. And their girlfriends were like, sweetie, You're gay.
But what was it about you that brings that out?
I don't know, Derek. What is it? I don't know what it is. It's just a thing. I'm like, I'm here for it though. I really love being a gay icon.
I love it. No, I mean, hanging out with you at that White Lotus event, I was like, we had all those the cute little gay boys that I love so much. They are my friends now forever. But they literally were like idolizing you. And I'm like, this is really cool to watch. Like, you've clearly done some work in this pop culture. You've become an icon, I think, in this pop culture world, which congrats.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, it was the best. And then I flew straight home from my fourth drag show last night. Got home at 10 p.m. Slept in the trundle bed with my daughter, got her to school this morning, and here we are podcasting.
Okay, good.
For you.
Oh my God. Are you exhausted? Do you need a nap?
I'm tired.
I couldn't tell. You're just so excited and pumped up from it, I think.
I know. I'm just riding a high because it really
Could this
was
be
so
a
fun.
job for you? Like, this sounds like a fun, like, should we be doing this in LA?
Yes, we need to do them in LA. Well, people have been DMing me. They want me to do it in LA, in New York.
Yeah.
These drag bars are all over the place. I'm happy to do it anywhere.
Because you've always
anyone
wanted
wants
to
me
be a go-go dancer. So I think this is your version.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is like, I can be I can live out my stripper fantasy without having to be a stripper.
But you can still show them.
But I can still flash the crowd every now and then.
Wait.
At a special show.
And we can really go shopping for this. Like, I think we need to really do up these. Like, we need some like tools, some fun, like rainbow. Like, it needs to be a lot.
I know. I
more
texted
glitzy.
Phaedra because I want to do some with her. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
She's like down.
Okay, good. I love it.
We can tag team some of these drag shows. Maybe we take this international.
Okay, I'm down. I love overseas. Wait, okay, so let's now talk a little bit about being an expert, because I feel like you are such an expert in this pop culture world and just being on TV. And it takes 10,000 hours to be an expert at something. So I think you have a little bit more hours for being a drag queen performer.
To go. I have to accrue some more hours.
Exactly. So we got to put those on there.
Okay.
But what would you say that you're an expert at? Obviously, being a mom. 10,000 hours is a lot.
You know what I have become an expert at? Creating from a place of like intuitive desire and connection. Like if I'm like with someone and they say something that sparks something in me, I can notice that inside.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that. And then I'll put some energy in there and I know when to cut my losses. I'm really good at holding things without attachment. There are some things that I'm really attached to that are like very deep for me, like my child and my book.
Yeah.
Those two things I'm like, those are much harder things to let go of, but I've had to become more able to let go of those things because I share custody of my daughter with her dad. So there are times when, I got to let her go. She's got to go with her dad, and that's important for her. And I think with my book, this is a service project that needs to go out into the world, and people will have their own experiences with reading it and absorbing that for themselves. So I can't control or micromanage anything in my life. And I've realized I don't want to do that anyways. So the way that I create now doesn't come from a place of, oh, I need to prove something, or I need to make people think of me a certain way, or I need to get something out of it.
That's
it's
what
just,
I like about you.
I'm going to create from a place of, I want to give this to others. I want to have a good time. It's always really truly about me first.
Yeah, as it should be.
Then I want to share that, the lessons that I've learned and the joy with other people.
Wow. I think it's harder for me to like, I feel bad. Like I have, like if I'm going to cut something off with somebody, I always feel bad about doing it. Like, it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. I think you're good at that sort of thing. Like if you don't feel it, you're done with it, But if I've committed to something, like if I commit to something, I'm going to do it 100%,
Even if it's draining you?
Yeah. Oh. That's maybe something I need to work on. But I'm the type of person, if I say yes to something, I need to do it 110%,
Well, your 110% is like someone else's 2000%.
Okay.
So you could actually give less and still have the same payoff.
But I think, like, as a producer, that's why, like, in my real life, like, I don't wanna plan anything. I don't want to set things up. I just don't. I really don't. Like, when I'm at work, I have to think of every single detail, you know? And so
Mhm.
that's how I just naturally operate now that I've been doing it for so long that, it is so like I said, if I say yes to doing something, I'm going to do it. Like I feel so guilty right now. This old coworker of mine, we met up for lunch the other day, and me doing those little lunches, like I love catching up with people I haven't seen in a long time, but again, it takes time out of my day. I'm like, okay, I want this to spark something for me, and thank God Deb, who's fucking sick, Deb Light, she used to work on The Bachelor with me. She's now doing these she's working on that Alex Cooper show. She's really cool. But she was like, hey, so I've got this new skincare line. Like, I think you should try it. And I think you'd really like it. And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. She's like, let me give you a little sample of it. And then I get home. She's like, it's a 7-step process. And I'm like,
No, that's too
oh
many
my God,
steps.
I don't know that I can do that right now in my
Mm-mm.
life, that I'm just like, I said yes. Now I'm like, fuck, I got to do the 7-step skincare thing, and that's like that's kind of how I operate a little bit.
Well,
Like,
okay, so then here's how I would approach that.
wow,
If someone gives me like a 7, if I'm like happy to help and be supportive and I say yes to something and then it turns out to be more involved and complex than I originally thought and I
mm,
really don't have the capacity for
okay,
it, I will say, I really appreciate you like giving me these things. I want to give it the time and justice that it deserves. I want to do this thing justice. I don't have the capacity to do it right now,
mm,
but let me get back to you in a month and I'll give it a go when I have more time and space,
okay,
or
and
come back to me
come
next
back to
month.
me, yeah, because I'm
You
like, do
come
you
back to
follow
me.
up? It's really hard
No,
if
no, no.
you don't
I will
remember.
I will always ask people, because especially when I was writing my book, I used this excuse because it is really hard for people to say no. And I teach this in my villains course
Okay,
I'm doing right now with
yeah,
Callie. And it's just a way to say no to something when you just don't have the time and the energy to do it, or you're just like, it's not a priority right now. I'll just say, um, I appreciate you reaching out. I love what you're doing. I love your work. I don't have the capacity for this, or I'm working on some other things right now.
yeah.
Please reach back in a couple of months
Yeah, I need to
when I have
like,
more space.
yeah, I think I need to do that right now with this skincare
You
line.
got to. 7 steps is too
But it's a
many.
Korean skincare line, and I love the Korean skincare line. Like, when I went to Seoul, I packed
You
up on
need
tons of
someone
it,
else
but
to
I
do
need
it for
one
you.
step. I
You
know I need one
you need
step.
one step, or you need like her to come over and apply it for you.
That would be nice, but
Tell
I
her
don't
to
even
do
have time for
that.
that. Like, I literally put the kids down and I lay in my bed and I just wanna be horizontal, and that's it. I
Wait,
don't
this is also okay. I think this is also a hot tip for everyone out there. If there is a woman in your life who you are like in an intimate relationship with, who is working like what Amy is describing her life is like, she wants to be topped in the bedroom,
yeah.
she wants to be dominated, she wants you to take the lead. Am I right?
God, that's why I think I love Nick so much, because he likes being a top, and I'm like,
That's good.
I
I know,
know.
because you're a top in your life.
You're
So you need
right.
someone to do that for you. That's what I'm like. If someone comes and applies the skincare for me,
I know.
good. I'm
That feels
down.
good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, maybe Deb, do you hear that? I go to bed at 9. Speaking of bedtimes, I want to do my rapid fire because I do have questions for you. We've been spending so much time together, but I think other people want to know this sort of thing too, because for me, I am so weird. Like, I am the most curious person. I am a producer, so I will ask the nosiest questions to everybody and anybody that I'm working with on set. Like,
And people will give you the answers. That's what makes you such a good producer, is you're so
uh,
warm and friendly and approachable. Everyone's like, yes, I'll tell
well,
you
I
everything.
love that, but I care about the littlest things, like, are you a morning person? What time do you wake up in the morning? What is your morning routine? Like, I care about those
Okay, let's
things.
do it.
Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, this is pretty random. Okay, so do you have a morning and night ritual? And if so, what is it?
Oh, well, it really depends on if my daughter is here or not. So the mornings when she's here is like she'll wake me up. She
Okay.
gets up at
No
like
alarm.
6 a.m. I do not set an alarm because I
Ever?
trust that she is going to wake me up,
Yes.
and it makes me feel so relaxed to not set an
I
alarm.
don't set an alarm either. Okay.
No, because you know your kids are your natural alarm clock. So she'll wake me up. She'll like hug me and be like, I love you, mommy. And then she'll roll over me because usually we sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
And she will go to the couch and turn on Barbie. She loves watching
Oh, that's
Barbie,
cute.
the cartoon on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Blake does not.
She's like, well, I think it's like a family that's all together and they
Yeah.
have sisters and she's an only child. So I think there's something about it that she
I've
loves.
made her part of our cousin crew, by the way. Like,
Yes,
she loves it.
Alma is part of the cousin crew. She has a lot of extended families, chosen family.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just really me and her. And I think she like longs for family. Anyway, so she sits on the couch and I'll get up and then I'll make her breakfast. I'll make her lunch for school. And I'll usually do like tarot cards for myself. I have this really great deck that someone I love gave me, and it's so fun. So I'll pull tarot cards for myself in the morning. I'll make a coffee. And then Alma is so good. She just shuts off the TV. She comes and looks at the clock at the microwave,
Smart.
shuts off the TV, goes, she takes care of herself in the morning.
Oh,
It's incredible.
so
And then I'm like, all right, we got 5 minutes to get to school. I'll throw on, if I'm going to work out, then I'll throw on my yoga pants and take her to school and then go hit the gym.
okay. So there's no like stretching. There's no writing in a gratitude journal.
No,
I
hell
like the
no. I don't have
cards.
time for that.
I know. I know. I try to. It's so
I
impossible.
am not, I used to be a journaling person and I just don't do it anymore.
I don't either. I want to. It's so fun to look back at.
Yeah, it is. And I used some of my journal entries in my book.
Well, they say the nighttime, like I was listening to a self-help podcast and they were like, at night, it's really good to write a gratitude journal. It could be the simplest things, but it's so fun. Like I was doing it for like a couple months, like a couple years ago, and going back and looking at it, it was like, wow, I really am thankful. I really should be like have gratitude for what I have in my life. And it was like the littlest things.
It does change your life because whatever you pay attention to gets bigger.
Yeah.
So wherever your
Right.
attention goes, energy flows. So whatever you want to grow in your life, just pay attention to it.
I know.
So that if you want more of the things that you're grateful for, just keep doing it in your gratitude journal. I
Okay,
I
let's do it.
know that, but and like also do you connect to that feeling too, where you're like, you write it down, but then do you feel the gratitude too?
Yes. No, it feels
important.
really good. Like, I mean, I feel so thankful that I have my mom still, and that I can talk to her when I want to. Some people don't have that. And I'm like, every day, I'm like, I get to call my mom right now.
Oh my
Like,
God, your relationship with your mom is so cute.
I love her. She's so fun. And my dad gets so jealous because he's like, you don't call me as much as you call your mom. And I'm like, I know, but my mom and I can talk about absolutely nothing,
Yeah, you guys banter back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just so cute.
But
And she
I'm
watches reality
grateful to have
TV.
that.
She's part of your pop culture life.
She gives me notes. It's hilarious. But she doesn't want to know anything. And I would never tell her anything either because she's by the rules. But she's like, she has big opinions about things and people. And it's funny. Okay. How do you drink your coffee? I know you drink coffee. And how many do you have a day?
Oh, I have a lot of coffee, a lot. I will wake up, I'll make it a pour over or a French press. If I have people over, then I'll make a French press because
Wow.
it's
Fancy.
annoying to make a pour over. But I can't do so I got into this pour over lifestyle like a while ago and I can't go back because it's so good.
I am not a coffee connoisseur at all. Like my Keurig, barely works. And I still use that. I used to have like one of those old coffee mates from
Like
the
a Mr.
90s.
Coffee?
Yes.
Cute.
I had it forever. And Nick's like, we need to
Vintage.
get rid of this. And I'm like, I don't care. Whatever it, as long as it hits my veins,
That's
like
what
that's
you
how
need.
I feel.
But you don't drink it black. You put milk in it.
I used to drink it black when I was like going through all my fertility stuff. And now I'm like, fuck it. I'm indulging.
I use half and half. If
You
it's
do?
a pour over, I will put half and half because it's so good. It's so much better. And then
better.
if I drink a cappuccino, I'll usually have a regular coffee first thing. And then I'll go later in the day to a coffee shop and meet a friend and go for a walk and grab a oat milk cappuccino.
Okay. And when do you stop having coffee? Like 3?
Yeah. If I have coffee after 3, I'm like wired at night and
Yeah.
I can't sleep.
I can sleep. Sometimes I need it at like 5. I know that sounds crazy, but when I have to do bed, I'm like thinking about bedtime with the kids. I'm like, give me coffee.
Well, you have 3 kids. That's so much work.
I can sleep. I'm like, but it'll maybe hit me for 30 minutes, but that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Coffee is my like big indulgence. I love it in the morning. I like go to bed excited to wake up and have my coffee.
Yeah,
Isn't
same.
that
I
fun?
look forward to it in the
I know.
morning. And I've tried because when I go do Survivor, you're going to have caffeine withdrawals.
Yeah.
Because there's no coffee on Survivor. So that's the actually scariest part for me. scariest part
How
of
do
the
I
caffeine
operate?
withdrawals. I'm like so freaked out. So I would try to not have coffee like the week before. I'm like, oh, just let me go through the 3-day withdrawal because it gives you like headaches and stuff.
Yeah.
But this past time, when I just filmed Australian Survivor, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have coffee all the way through. And I was just going to pray to be okay. It's so, because I'm so addicted to coffee.
I know, but you do the thing where you can take your body out of your body and like mentally go there. But I'm sure that one's really hard for you.
Yeah, dissociating is my superpower.
We're going to do a whole episode on that, please.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
good.
can. When my book comes out too, because the book has some of these embodied strategies for moving through hard things and, and then also after you're done with the hard thing, reclaiming your body, like
Ooh.
putting yourself back into your body in a healthy and safe and strong way so that you can create from the place that I was talking about. Like you
Right.
want to be able to create from a place of, I want this thing. This would make my life better. This is what is mine to do rather than I have to do this thing because someone's forcing me to do it
Yeah.
or I'll look good if I do this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't make it fun to do. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I like this.
My book is a journey through that.
I know, I read it in a day.
Oh,
Like
you're such a
2
good
days because I
friend.
had kids, but
Did you cry?
It was so I cried. I was
know.
texting you every time I cried. I'm like, "What the fuck?" At so many moments, and then I was like, "This is the best ever." And then the ending, there's so much in it. I can't wait for people to get it.
People wanted me to sign things at these drag brunches. And I was like, I can't. If I start signing something, everyone's going to want things signed. But I am offering signed copies of my book.
Oh, right.
So I was
But
just telling
from
them to do
where?
that.
Like, isn't it like a
Village Well. So if you
Yes.
go onto my Instagram bio,
Oh,
you
cool.
can click the link
And it's signed.
to order the signed
Okay,
copy.
good. Okay, this one I've thrown in the middle, and you're gonna kill me for this one.
Great.
But I'm like, we want to know, what is your relationship status?
Amy. It's an undisclosed relationship status. People were asking me this weekend too.
Everybody
They're like,
wants to know.
are you single? And I had a girl, I'm going to post this up on my Instagram too, because I had a girl, it was like in the middle of the drag show, and she like wrote some words on her phone and flipped it on her forehead. And it was like, will you ever date a man again? Please say no, but it's okay if you will.
Oh my God.
I can't.
So will you ever date a man again?
I'm an equal opportunity employer. Non-discrimination here. It's really for me, like loving someone is about the person. It is like so specific
Right.
to the person, to their energy, to the warmth and connection that I feel with the person. So it's less about their gender and even what they look like and more about what they feel like to me.
Well, in her book, I had happy tears when I was reading about that
The
moment you
relationship.
realize that. Like that for me, I was crying happy tears for you because it was so cool to read after everything else I had read. I was like, fuck yeah. So
I just know that once I broke out of my marriage, it was sort of like a container that I was trying to fit myself into that was too small. This like heterosexual monogamous marriage. And I was like, once I got out of that, I now am so wide open to creating a life on my own terms, and there's no rule book for that for me. So I'm just gonna paint with my own paintbrush.
yeah. You little artist. It's fun. Okay, so thank you for that, by the way. I know she was like, let's never talk about that. And I'm like, yes, we want to know. Okay, so when's the last time that you cried?
Yesterday when someone gave me those candles, the Jeff and Parv Sainthood candles, I was crying. I'm like, these fans got to me yesterday, and these people gave me their baby. They were like, we brought our baby. Their baby was named Brooks. He was an angel, like a cherub. He was wearing a Nice Girls Don't Win onesie that they made.
What?
And they handed him to me at the meet and greet, and he didn't cry. He was so sweet. He was like a true angel. What baby doesn't cry when they're handed off to some random stranger?
Parvati.
And they were like, well, if he was a girl, he was going to be named Parvati. You dodged a bullet.
I love it. In your book, you explain the naming of you, and it's so cool.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, bro, what a sweetie." So I was like
Brooks,
crying all day yesterday. I'm so touched by these
I
people.
love that. I can cry over anything. If people can't
And
cry,
do you cry? This is a thing that I've heard of. It's like a phenomenon. Altitude emotions,
probably.
like on a plane? Do you get
Oh,
more weepy on a plane?
no, I'm so stressed on a plane.
Oh, when you're not with your kids?
No, like when I'm not with my kids, especially, I'm like, I might die here. Like that's how
Oh,
I think.
do
Like,
you get scared on planes?
yes, recently because I'm a mom, and so I'm like thinking like I hate that I'm watching all of these. I'm a clickbait type person. I'm like another crash, another thing on a plane. So all I think any like type of move, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die.
Oh, no.
That's what I think. I
Amy,
know it's
we need your
horrific.
lorazepam for your
I
flight.
ran out.
Send help.
Hail. No, but altitude, I mean, I can cry just looking at somebody. I was raised Catholic. I'm not practicing at all, but I do this thing where I bless anybody I see that I feel like needs a little help.
Oh my god.
And it makes me cry sometimes thinking about like this person who I don't know, like
That's so loving. Well, when I was on a plane and you texted me, you send me
oh,
holy angels on the plane, and I really love that.
I do it every time. And my mom does it for me. And so I do it for my husband now and I do it for anybody I love.
I've started doing it with Amma at
Good.
night. I'm like, holy angels surround you and protect you. And I think it helps.
It
It
puts a
does. It's
light
like,
around you.
and it gives you an image for me of angels surrounding the plane, and I feel protected. So I
Okay,
really
good.
like that you did
Okay,
that.
good. I will do it for you anytime. All right. So what's your perfect day?
My perfect day is I am in a 5-star luxury
Yes.
resort in Mexico on the beach. Someone is serving me margaritas and guacamole, and then the water is warm and it's sunny, and I'm never going to get sunburned because my skin is just perfectly protected just naturally from the sun.
Yes.
And then there's people coming by to give massages
Mm.
on the beach, and I'm like, I would just wave them over and they just
This
give
is
me
why we're friends. My perfect day too. Oh my God.
Yeah,
And then
right?
yes.
What else would you throw in
A little
there?
like half pool sex.
Dolphins,
Like what
rainbows, pool sex.
yes.
Yeah.
Dolphins. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Last question. What are your thoughts on Blake Lively?
Blake Lively. This is a fascinating topic because I know someone who is a lawyer on this case.
Ow.
But of course, they're not disclosing anything about the case because
Right.
confidentiality.
You can't.
But I'm like 1 degree of separation from this thing. And I'm like, okay, what's the deal? It's no one's a winner in this
No.
situation. Like Blake and Justin, is that his name? I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember his name. Neither of them are going to come out of this as a winner looking good. It's just so messy and controversial, and that's why I'm like, okay, if you can avoid a legal battle, just avoid it. Like if you can find your
Right.
way through a conflict without getting lawyers involved, do it. And that's something I
Right.
learned through personal experience from a very difficult legal situation in my life, and I'm like, yeah, I would rather find a way to connect with someone at the level of the heart, work through a conflict from a place of what's best for both of us. Also, like if someone has messed with me and like done me dirty, then I will not have that person in my life
Right.
anymore. Like I'm not saying, yeah, connect with someone who's hurt you and meet them at the heart and give them compassion if they've like really hurt you and been damaging in your life. But I'm saying like no one's going to come out of that looking good. And
No.
she's tanking her career. It seems like it's just a bad choice. And for him, I don't know. I mean, he has to defend himself and fight back. So I just don't think either of them are in a good spot. What is your take on this?
I don't know. It's going on for a long time. I feel like when I first like heard about it, I was like, oh, there's got to be some truth to him being this narcissist type, like chauvinist man on set, and it rubbed her wrong. Like she, I
Mhm.
think, is the what is she? The dragon, mother of the dragons, or whatever she said. Which I'm like,
She called herself that?
yes. Which really turned me off because I'm like, whoa, that doesn't feel like she's like, come up, I'm gonna come get you now. That's how it felt to me. So I at first was like, oh, I've worked around egotistical men on set and it's annoying.
Mhm.
I move on. I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna let it get in my way. I'm gonna
Your
keep
eye on the prize kind
yeah.
of.
And I'm like, don't. I can't be bothered. And I also will like say something in the moment if I'm annoyed or grossed out or whatever it is. Like I don't give a shit. I never let like any, and it rarely happens, by the way, because I'm very selective on now who I work around. But for her, I think it really whatever happened on set rubbed her the wrong way, and she was like, "I'm big enough that I can do something about it." And now you're right, it's not going to end like end good for either of them. I don't think so. I feel bad. I feel bad for all of them now. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
And then at this point, it's like, okay, what's the sunk cost? Like, how long do you want this to drag out? And I've had to make this, that's a very difficult choice to make where it's like you're weighing up two important things. One is the fight that you're in
yeah,
and what you're fighting for and what that means to you. And the other thing is how much energy are you going to give to that thing, to that fight that's going to take away from you being able to build something else in your life.
right.
Like for me, it's like I would rather end a fight quickly, end a conflict quickly, because that frees up so much energy and space and time for me to put somewhere else on something that really matters.
That's exactly right. All right. Well,
Great questions, Amy. Should we wrap it up? I mean, we've been talking for 55 minutes. Look at us go.
All right, we're done. We have nothing else.
I'm gonna rapid fire you on the next
Okay,
podcast.
okay,
So we
okay.
do.
Oh my God,
solo.
guys, we did not do our questions for the Instagram. Let's see if let's just do
Should
one.
we do one?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just pulling up my drag performances.
Okay. Dream quest on your podcast.
Dream guest.
Dream guest. What
Dream quest. Wait, okay. Well, one thing we really want to do, I don't know if I should say this or if we should keep it a surprise.
Oh no, tease it. Let's
Okay.
do it.
So Amy and we have discussed this idea of having comedians and other reality contestants come over, gamers, come over and play a game like Mafia or Settlers of Catan or something fun like that. And then doing a podcast, like making that into a live streamed or recorded podcast.
Once a month, because we do, every week we do on Wednesdays a new episode, but I think it would be fun to do with gamers,
with like Monet Exchange, Bob the Drag Queen, with Dylan Efron, with Gabby, with Carolyn, with Boston Rob, with our peeps, Tyson, Ethan. Let's get them over here, Sari, and just get the whole gang together and play a game for you guys on the podcast.
Oh my God, there is so many good ones.
But also, I really want Pamela Anderson.
I want Pamela Anderson. I want Jennifer Coolidge, but yes.
Okay,
both.
well, these are our top two dream girls.
I'm talking right now to a production company that did her documentary, and so we, if it works out, if it works out, we can potentially.
Pamela Anderson's documentary is so good.
So good. She is on a farm, living a simple life now. She's got these 2 boys.
She's so impressive, the things that she went through with the sex scandal and the public backlash and the criticism with Tommy Lee and her kids and her court situation. Like, if you have not watched the Pamela Anderson documentary, do yourself a favor and watch it immediately.
God. There are so many good questions here.
Okay, well, we're going to have to save your questions because it's like an hour. Let's do one more and then we'll save the rest of them for the next. We need to put these in a Word doc. Like scrolling through and having a heart attack right now. What are you most looking forward to in the upcoming months? Amy, you start. That's the one we're going to do. And then we're going to wrap.
Okay, fine. But there's so many other really good ones. Oh my God, guys.
What are you most looking forward to in the next 2 months, 3 months?
I'm looking forward to selling our show. I have a couple shows right now that are going out to buyers in the next month or 2. And I'm really excited to see who buys them.
We have a really fun show. Amy has put together this pitch deck that it is blowing my mind.
Great format. The format's never been done. I got to tell you.
Never been done. It is iconic and exciting.
And you're the host.
And so is someone else.
So very excited. That's going to go out this week. I need to go home actually to finish it so we can send it off. We have the same agents now.
Yeah, I know. I talked to them this morning when you were walking in. So Amy and I's lives are so intertwined. But this show is going to be incredible. I am really excited about that too.
You have a lot. Okay, what are you most looking forward to?
Most looking forward to the show.
Yeah.
with you. I really am. I've never been more excited to create something ever.
And you have a lot of like little projects, and that's your favorite?
Yes.
She's got a lot, not little projects. You have big projects
Big.
coming up.
Well, my book tour
Well,
is coming up in June, July. That's going to be amazing. Survivor Australia is going to air. That's going to be so fun. And all my drag shows. And we'll see what else pops up between now and then. But those are the top things.
wait, these questions, guys, I'm really sorry.
Are so good.
Like maybe, okay. I promise you next
We'll
time.
be back.
Yeah, we'll be
to you.
back.
Oh my God. By the way, when I was out there doing my drag stuff, there were so many people who listened to this podcast
Aw,
who came
thank
to
you
the shows.
guys. Really, that means so much. I am not kidding you. The amount of people that are writing us, I try to write everyone back because I get so excited that you guys are listening and you think we're entertaining.
And Amy responds to all the comments. And then there was a comment last week that was like, Parv, stop interrupting Amy. And I was like, she sent it to me and I was like, okay, noted.
No, because one of the first podcasts we did, someone wrote, Parvati, tell your co-host to stop interrupting you. And I was like, I need to not ever do this podcast. I can't do this.
We really are taking your feedback. Wait, I just interrupted you just then.
we don't look at it as like we're interrupting each other ever. That's what's so funny about it. I'm like, oh wait, you go. Okay,
I know. Well, when Amy told me that, someone said that about her interrupting me, I was like, oh, I have never noticed that.
Yeah. And when I sent hers, I was like, haha, you got one too, which I didn't notice.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't mean to.
We don't notice it.
We don't notice it because our brains work kind of the same way. So we're just happy to be here.
Okay.
But thanks for your feedback. We have taken it into consideration and we are working on it.
And let us know if you guys like these solo episodes because
we
I like them. So we want to do more of them. But anyways, give us your comments. Like we like reading them and we take them into consideration.
Yeah, we do. And it's so fun to meet you live in person. So we are just excited to keep growing this community. So thanks for listening and we'll see you again next week.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.